Hello YouTubers. Hold on a minute, let me just change my screen around a bit. Hello there. Right, exciting times. I've managed to pick up one of these here. Leap motion device things. There you go. Look at that. And what I've done is I've attached it to the front of my DK2 using blue tack, trademark. Basically just put a few blobs of blue tack behind it and just stuck it on there, and it's stayed on really nicely actually, and so it's not going to damage the headset. I don't have the actual bracket that you're supposed to use, but anyway, for those who don't know, Leap Motion is one of the many devices which aim to try and get your arms, your hands actually into virtual reality. Now I've been trying it today and playing with it a little bit with limited success. Well, actually no, that's not fair. A fair amount of success, but it is a little bit glitchy. Now I know there's a lot I could do to kind of tweak this and improve the lighting perhaps, and so I'm not going to run it down too much. It is pretty amazing. So I'm going to show you one called Magic VR to start with. I'm going to do a series of reviews on the Leap Motion, and I'll let you know really exactly what it's like. Okay, so let's just jump straight in there without further ado. Okay, so if I click on this here thing here, see how smooth this is. So smooth. Okay, so, and now, there we go. Okay, so now, you'll notice there's a few little glitches you have to kind of put up with, where it's kind of seeing hands. For some reason it always sees a hand up there. I think it must be my big track on top of all that dinosaur. Something's confusing it. Now, I've got it on this kind of infrared pass-through mode at the moment. And basically the idea of this game is quite simple, is to kind of draw things in the air and make little fireworky effects, and that's really it. So let's just try it. So if I hold my hand in front of me, there you are, my hand is in front of me. Alright, get away from me, cube. Okay, I can immediately interact with my environment. Hold up my other hand, there's my other hand. There's no real lag at all, it's quite amazing. I can bend my fingers, occasionally it'll glitch, and it might, get out of it. It might kind of glitch and kind of freak out a bit, especially if I move my hands away. I've got unfeasibly long arms, I'm told. My tailor tells me. And so if I really reach away, you see it starts to glitch and then basically disappears. It has a very short distance, or maybe it's actually for people with normal arms that end here. You know, maybe that's it. Okay, so as you see, I'm waving my hands around. There's very little lag. Ooh. And I can interact with my environment very nicely. I can't grab things, well at least in this demo I can't, in others you can. So the idea is here, look, I squiggle things in the air, and the positional tracking of the Rift, I can move my head through it. How cool is that? It stays there, so I can actually draw things in the air. UKRifter. There it is, sort of fading away in 3 dimensions. It's absolutely amazing. So there's my hands. So let's do something with my hands. Okay, I'm going to draw something. A triangle. How cool is that? So that triangle then gets suspended in 3-dimensional space. And maybe over here I'll draw a circle. It really has a problem when I look in this direction. And I wonder, because there's a window over there, I've actually covered it with a sheet. Because I think infrared or UV light was getting through and interfering with it, because it kept complaining about the amount of light coming through, even though it's early evening now. So watch, I get really glitchy when I look that way. So let's draw a circle. God, these things poking me in the eye. Okay, there's a circle, and they all stay in space. Look, exactly right. You, out of it. And over here I'm going to try and draw a star. It keeps, oh there you go. Okay, so now I'm going to pop them. Boom, boom, boom. That's kind of cool. I'm going to grab that cube and bat it away. And really, it's as simple as that. This is called, I believe the title's called Magic VR. Anyway, let's play with it a little bit more. It's a bit strange because as I look around my room, you see my office is a bit messy. I can interact with my environment with my headset on, which is also a really cool thing. So I can reach down there, I can see my arm, and this feels very much like I'm just looking down at my body, exactly like I am, which is really odd because this thing here on the front, it's obviously got 2 sets of infrared cameras in some ways, projecting out infrared light. I can see that if I look into the mirror reflection in front of me. It must be quite narrow, but for some reason, even though it's got very narrow kind of interpupillary distance, I still feel like I'm just looking around the room. It just feels like completely normal. Those are my hands. They're roughly hand size. There's my mug of tea. There's nothing in there, but anyway. And I can look around my office, my very messy office. And again, because it's projecting out infrared light and then sort of absorbing that light back, it looks very dark in the distance. In fact, it's an incredibly well lit room. There's just not much infrared light in this room at the moment, which is really, I find it quite eerie. I'm sort of half expecting to turn around and see a figure standing behind me. That would be creepy, wouldn't it? Good idea for a horror movie. Boom. Now, honestly, you can just spend all day doing this stuff. Right, so there's my hands. Let's draw something. See, it glitched then a little bit. It's not perfect by any means, so let's make a finger. No, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Right, there we go. Look, it's glitching a lot now. So let's draw a square. Oh. Whoa. It's like a kind of instant fireworks kit. Let's draw some circles, but I'm going to draw them here. And I'm going to draw a bit further back. And a bit further back. Ooh. And a bit further back. And a bit further back. I'm going to finish with a triangle. There you go. And I'm going to put my hand all the way through. Wow, how cool is that? I mean, it's utterly and totally pointless. And for some reason it thinks there's a hand up there. That's really bugging me. And in almost every single demo, there's this weird spinning hand going around up here. Now what I'm going to do actually, maybe I'll do it for the next demo. I'm going to hang a sheet over there because clearly this shape in this plastic box is upsetting it. It thinks there's a hand there. And strangely, looking to the sides, I get kind of glitching over here and over here, much more than I do in front of me. And I think again it's to do with lighting or something. I'm not entirely sure. But, you know, this is pretty awesome. I've got a kind of infrared view of the world around me. I can interact with things. I can pick up my phone. My phone just went buzz off. Of course, I can't look at it. I can only see infrared light. And then obviously I can then use my virtual reality hands to interact with the virtual objects. So it's basically very basic augmented reality. Very nice indeed, and obviously a kind of a cool little augmented reality demo. And there's so many other things you can do with the Leap Motion, even with the limited amount of development it's had. There's a lot of very cool demos out there. So I'm gonna, have I inadvertently drawn some boobs? I have. Boom. Okay, I'm going to basically be playing around with all of these demos and actually showing what the best is out there with the Leap Motion. And I'll probably post up a couple tonight. But honestly, it's such a lot of fun. And I mean, I've been playing with this. Well, I played with it earlier for about half an hour. I've been playing with it now for about another half an hour. My kids are going to love this. They're watching a movie at the moment, so I'm going to bring them upstairs and let them have a go as well. So far, so good with the Leap Motion. I mean, I guess I didn't have very high expectations. I guess I thought it was going to be glitchy as hell. A lot of bad reviews. It is glitchy, but it's still fantastic. It's solid enough that it will pick up your hand, and you know, you can still interact with things in a virtual environment. I mean, that is just phenomenal. And I'm so excited for the technology that's coming in. Whoever may be the winning VR tech, it has to have this ability to interact with the virtual environment. Otherwise, you're kind of dead in the water. I realise how important this is now. So I've got to say, I'm pretty excited about the Valve offering. So we'll see how that pans out. Anyway, I'm going to review a whole load more. So stay tuned. This channel is going to be pretty much Leap Motion dedicated for at least the next few days. And of course, guys, if you have anything you want to suggest, please do add your suggestions in the comments, or drop me an email, or join Facebook, or whatever. I'm pretty reactive, as you probably know. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to get on and review some more stuff. Goodbye.